Welcome back, folks, to another tank review. Today we'll look at the Tier 5 premium Russian heavy tank, the Churchill Mk.III. Now, this is a Lend-Lease version of the Churchill infantry tank that the British exported to Russia during the Second World War. It's a little bit upgraded from the Churchill 1 that you play from the British heavy tank line after the Matilda. But is it worth your money? That's the main question for today. This tank will cost you 1,500 gold. And let's see. Yep, 1,500 gold. So it's a premium tank at tier 5. So it doesn't cost you as much as the SU-100Y and exponentially upgrade to like 6,000 gold for tier 7 and whatnot. But 1,500 gold. So this will cost you about 10 bucks. 10 bucks or so. Around 10 bucks. Is it worth it? It's mediocre at best, in my opinion. Really mediocre. If you remember how the Churchill 1 plays, this thing has the same weaknesses. So the turret is crap. So yeah, but it does have some better upgrades. The bottom plate of this tank is actually 110 millimeters instead of 70 millimeters. So the bottom plate is actually more armored. The engine is actually better, and the specific power of this tank is actually better than the Churchill Mk.I. The gun does not. It is not the same Cromwell's 76mm gun, Vickers gun. It's only a 57mm 6-pounder gun, so it throws peanuts at people. Other than that, it's a good way to train your Russian heavy tank crews if you have this thing. So it is a very good crew trainer. For crew XP, but other than that, it's a very mediocre tank. So in my recommendation, get this tank from playing on track to whatever Russian heavy tank line, but don't really recommend you spend 1,500 gold on it. So unless you really like Churchill tanks for some ungodly reason. So not really, you really don't want it. Alright, let's go over the stats. It has 700 HP, so that's pretty good for a tier 5 heavy tank. It's 60 more than the KV-1, so it does take a good amount of punishment. It weighs less than the KV-1, so it only weighs 40 tons. So don't be particular about ramming people with this thing. So it's still able to ram light tanks, even though this tank does not move as fast. It has a 374 horsepower engine, so this is kind of crap. So this tank is pretty slow. It is actually a little bit faster than the Churchill Mk.I. Let's see the Churchill Mk.I. And I hate that thing. I hate that thing with a deep sense of passion, like nobody knows. It only has 350 horsepower engine for 38 ton-ish. So it's the same weight as the Churchill Mk.I, but it has 24 more horsepower under the bonnet. So that's better, I guess. It does move at 28 kilometers per hour at top speed. This can only be reached if you're going down a hill or being pushed. It turns quite slowly at 20 degrees per second, which is the same as the KV-1, so it doesn't turn as fast. Armor wise, it is still the deceptive 176mm. The 176mm is only this plate right here. It is the same thing on the Churchill Mk.I. I already did a Churchill Mk.I review, and if you want to go look at that, it's the same hull armor configuration. So the 176mm is only right here, only this little plate protecting the machine gun. Now, the difference between the Churchill Mk.III and the Churchill Mk.I is they remove the howitzer, the 3-inch howitzer, from the hull for a machine gun in the hull. So that's the mostly difference. They also added a plate of armor to the lower glacis, but in that's pretty much the same. Side armor is 76mm, which is okay. Rear is 50, which is whatever. Turret, it is the main weakness of the Churchill infantry tanks. There is only 88mm, so this is a very big weak spot. And the Churchill tank does not get a mantlet, so shooting directly here will damage the gun, kill the loader, kill the gunner, whatever. Maybe even damage the ammo rack. So yeah, it doesn't have a mantlet. That's gonna suck. The side armor is 88 for the turret, and the rear of the turret is 76. So armor-wise, it is almost the same as the Churchill 1. So you already know how much I hate the Churchill 1. But this tank is actually a little bit faster, and the hull armor is not that bad. And it has a little bit more hit points, I think, than the Churchill Mark 1. Let's see. I sold the Churchill 1 because I hate it so freaking much. It's like playing the Lee all over again. So, ugh. It's about the same health. So, yeah, I don't know. But it's okay. It's okay-ish. I like it. It does train your crew pretty fast. So that's good. Crew skills, I have my legendary KV2 crew, so it's all Russian crew. So if you don't have all 3 skills, get repairs for everybody. Repairs for heavy tank crews. That's always a good idea. Commander always have 6 cents because I like it on my every tank I have. So 6 cents. Snapshot for my gunner. Off-road drive. Actually smooth ride for my driver because I somehow fired the KV2's gun on the move, and I don't even know. I think I got a smooth ride on my KV2 because I want to pop out a corner, and while popping out the corner and derps a shot, I want to have that accuracy while moving. So that's probably what I got smooth ride on my driver. But you can get anything else like off-road driving or clutch braking. That's not a bad idea. Radio Man has the situational awareness, so he will see with better view range, and the loader has safe stowage. Now I can swap out for my other KV2 loader, which has the fire extinguisher, but I generally preferred safe stowage because of the mantlet, which there isn't any, and the lack of armor on the turret. So safe stowage is not a bad idea. Now bursting arms will also increase everybody's crew skills by 5%, which is good. So in the end, everybody's at 10% more, the rest, or the commander is at 10% more, and the rest is at 21% more. So that's pretty good. Now let's see what we're talking about the armor. Let's talk about the gun. The gun is a 6-pounder gun, 57mm. It is the same gun that's almost used on all tier 5 British tanks, such as the AT2, the Crusader. The Crusader uses almost the same gun. It is the fucking same gun. It's also used on Valentine, Cromwell. Jesus. This gun is also used on a lot of American tanks too, such as the Ram 2, the M7. The Chinese Type T-34 uses 57mm. So it is a peanut throwing gun. Why am I looking at the Crusader? Okay, back to the Churchill 3. So it is a peanut throwing gun. So you throw a lot of peanuts. Rate of fire wise, it's okay. Peanut throwing gun, peanuts. Penetration is okay, 110. Damage wise, it's kind of low, 75 damage per hit. So you're throwing peanuts at people, constantly whittle them down to like no health. Accuracy is bad, 0.43 accuracy. This is bad. So you need to get in close in order to use the peanut gun. And aim time is 2.3 seconds. So it's not as good because you cannot fully aim even when the shell is loaded. So the time it takes to load the shell actually is shorter than the time you need to aim the gun. So you're not actually fully aimed with the gun once you fire and reload and fire again. So yeah, you cannot even aim fully after you reload a shot. So you have to wait with this gun. But if you have an enhanced gunneling drive, that will pretty much deal with it. Now I also put a gun rammer to increase the rate of fire on this peanut gun. For ungodly reason, I don't know. But yeah, what else you gonna put on this thing? Not really. So gun rammer would be nice. Vents, yeah, sure, why not? Vents will help you turn the tank, move the tank, shoot the gun, whatever. So vents will be nice. And so the gun will actually load 1.9 seconds. So this is a very fast firing gun. The turret traverse is only 34 degrees per second. So that's okay-ish. It's way better actually than the KV1. So this thing does turn the turret around pretty fast. View range, yeah, it's standard. It's actually 20 more meters than the KV1. Actually 40 more meters. What am I talking about? Holy shit, that's actually a lot. It's 20 more than the KV1S. So actually the view range is not bad for a tier 5 heavy tank. So that's not bad. Signal range is okay, 570 meters of signal range, so signal range is not bad. So let's go into Tank Inspector to look at the crappy armor, and we'll play some live games. Alright, here we have the Churchill Mk.III. Now, as you can see, the hull armor is only 176 millimeters on this little machine gun plate. So it's only the thickest right here. The lower plate is actually better, 110, 114-ish millimeters instead of the 70 millimeter. So we'll use the Churchill Mk.I as a comparison. So as you can see, Churchill's Mk.I lower plate is only 76. You have an upgraded 114-ish millimeter of lower plate. So the armor is actually a little bit better than the Churchill. Now the upper glacis is still pretty weak at 38 millimeters, slow backwards. So this is still a very big weak spot. The side plate, other than the 176 millimeter, is still crap. So yeah, it's still crap. Middle of the machine gun is still crap of 63 millimeters. This thing does have it doesn't really have a mantlet. It's just space armor before you penetrating the gun. So the turret armor is crap because it does face a lot of guns with more than 100 millimeter pen. So turret armor is crap. Now with all Churchill infantry tanks, you can do a very, very nasty thing to it because there's actually hull armor behind the tracks. I've already gone over this with the Churchill Mk.I, but it is the same concept. If you shoot through the tracks, you actually will damage the hull of the tank because the hull armor will extend out to the tracks. So unlike normal tanks where the track is just a track, and if you just shoot the track directly from the front, you only detrack him. Whereas if you shoot the track from the front of the Churchill tanks, you actually will penetrate the tracks and actually damage the hull right underneath. So be very careful when side scraping with this thing. Try to cover up more than the tracks when you're side scraping, even if you're side scraping. Space armor on the side is okay. It's a lot of space armor on the sides, but the space armor does not help. It's only 16-ish millimeter, and it only covers the engine exhaust, so it does not help. Side armor wise, it's still 76 millimeter, so it will bounce a few shots. Be careful about this little driver or crew hatch, whatever this thing is. So it is very noticeable. Shooting right here, well, it's 15 or about 15-ish, 13-ish less millimeter of armor right here. But when you're side scraping, try to do it like this. Always side scrape if you're side scraping towards the left. So when you're side scraping towards the left, you're covering up this weak plate right here by using your tracks to cover up this weak spot. So you can only show your 176 millimeter plate. But generally, you do not want to face directly head on with other tier 5s heavy tanks, let alone tier 6 tanks. So try to hide in the back with this thing. This thing does not like frontal engagements because of the weak armor and how slow it is. But yeah, that's mostly it. You can use the 700 health to help you weather the storm, but 700 health is not that much. Yeah, tier 5. It is good for a tier 5 tank, but 700 health you still get whittled down pretty easily. So just be careful. So even though you have some health, don't waste it. Hide in the back and use this 57 millimeter. I have to think about it. 75 millimeter, 57 millimeter, and just dump shots out. You do carry a lot of ammo, 140 rounds of these peanut guns. So with my cruise configuration, I actually have a very good DPM for a heavy tank. So that's pretty crazy. Why is this not showing up? Okay, DPM wise, it is very good with my cruise configuration and Brothers in Arms and whatnot. So it is a very good damage per minute tank. You have to penetrate though. View range wise, it is still very good. Very good. Very good view range, very good signal range at this tier. Camera rating, we don't even talk about camera rating on heavy tanks. That's just crazy. Alright, compared to the Churchill, we actually got better specific power. So this thing actually moves better than the Churchill. But the Churchill moves 2 degrees faster while turning the hull. We do move a little bit faster than the Churchill Mk.I. But we have crappier traction on every sort of terrain, so that's gonna suck. We actually do have a lot more DPM than the Churchill Mk.I. That's crazy. And we have a lot more accuracy because we're using a smaller caliber gun. Now health-wise, it's the same health. I thought it was more health. So that's all right. That's pretty much it. I mean, this tank does see only tier 6 battles. It does not see tier 7, whereas the Churchill Mk.I will see tier 7. So it has preferential matchmaking. So that's pretty nice. But other than that, this is a weakly armored peanut throwing gun. Very weakly armored. So as you can see here, no armor whatsoever. The ass, yeah. You have a space armored ass. That will surprisingly bounce some shots if they're aimed at the top of the glacis or top of the ass hull thing. But there's no armor. There's no armor underneath. It's 0 millimeters of armor underneath. So if you shoot directly into the space armor, you damage the hull. But yeah, it's not that helpful. So other than that, it is the armor value makes it look like a freaking Picasso. Jesus Christ, there's so many colors on this thing. So yeah. Oh, one thing to mention, it does have very good gun depression of 6 degrees. So 2 more degrees than the Churchill Mk.I. So you actually can turn the gun lower than the Churchill Mk.I. So that's worthy to know. But other than that, let's go back to the real game and play some live games with it. Alright, I played a game to warm up the stupid computer because it lags me every time, but let's have some live games. Now, this tank carries 140 rounds, so 30 of those rounds are APCR. Just for the funsies. I need the APCR to penetrate stuff like KV-1s and stuff. Alright, favorable matchup, since this tank does get preferential matchmaking. So that's always nice. I keep 30 rounds of APCR for tanks like the AT-2. Yeah, stuff that's heavily armored and shit. Now I'm not gonna need the APCR for like Churchill 1s and stuff, but I need it for AT-2s. Just for the cupola. Just for shooting through the cupola. Just to make sure I kill him before he kills me. Now this tank is faster than the Churchill 1, but it's not fast. It's not as fast as you want. So it's still pretty okay-ish. If you play KV-1, it feels like playing a KV-1 somewhat. So remember, the only 176mm of armor is around the machine gun, around the little port on the left side. So the rest is just crap armor. This thing does have 700 health, just to take the punishment. It is a good crew trainer for your heavy tank line on the Russian tanks lines. Huh. Is that a torsion bar suspension? I think it is. Why does it have springs on it? Huh. Torsion bar doesn't need springs, does it? I don't even know. But you can see on the KV-1, yep, there's the torsion bars, little things. Okay. Now this thing does not catch on fire as easy as, for example, the KV-1 does. There's a Martyr 38T that's out of position. Let's go kill him. Never mind. He got M4 derped. That was easy. Lags, oh my god. Oh my god. My god. My god, man. Oh, there's the AT-2. I'm gonna get baited, but I want to kill that AT-2 as soon as possible. There's a Churchill Mk.I that's somehow not going to town? What? Alright, we got people to kill. Let's do it. Now, side armor on the AT-2 is not that thick, so this gun is perfectly fine for the side armor. Never mind. Churchill 1 then. Oh god, there's a lot of people over there. Oh god, there's like a butt ton of people. Let's go murder. Let's go murder. He has a derp gun. The VK's gone. Now, there's way too many of them. I don't want to get. Space armor. On fire. Superior firepower. Yes, take the shot for me, thank you! Nice teamwork. Superior firepower. Got a butt ton of firepower and health to compensate. Oh, okay. Oh, you dick. Why you do? And Ramen. Oh no, I was about to kill him. Ah, people cap so easily. Why you cap? Blah. So as you can see, this tank does take damage easy, but you dish out damage easy too. So high caliber, easy. I didn't even do that much damage. That was just stupid. I was lagging half the time because there's so many people on the screen. So many goddamn people on the screen. Remember, turret armor on this thing is horrendously bad. So, yeah. So try to side scrape. That's the best I can offer it. Side scrape or expose the little plate, the little machine gun plate. Other than that, just don't take hits. Did I just kill that Yogi guy? I don't remember the guys I play with. But this tank does pump out a lot of shots. At 1.9 second reload, you can pump out a lot of shots. Now it doesn't have the armor like an AT2, but you do have the health to compensate. Boy начинается. For a gold tank, I do not recommend you getting this tank, cause it's not as good as you want it. I mean, there's the distinctive feature of some of the premium tanks are amazing, such as the SU-122-44. The DPM on that tank is crazy, but it just lacks accuracy and somewhat slow in comparison. But what the hell is this artillery doing? Okay, guess you want to play as tank destroyer. I guess this is not really a... Oh, we have 82. Alright, so we're gonna wreck shit. I'm gonna side scrape behind the AT2. Now, we do have the same gun as the AT2, so we have double amounts of fire. We just still have to aim. Nice mantlet. Let's go for this T1 heavy. Stewart kills our tracks. I'm lagging. Yeah, we can fire the move. We have the accuracy for it. We have the bullets for it too. Yes, I'm coming, boy. I'm coming, boy. Prepare those buttholes. Yeah, there's a douchewagon number 2 behind. There's a Churchill. The Churchill Mk.I's first turret is actually stronger than the second turret. We have a weak upper plate. Lower plate's weak. He gave up shooting on me. Lower plate. Angle his tank. Try to track him. KS in time. Now let's go for his turret. Shoot the guy behind him. Had the AT2 cover for us. He has more armor. So as you can see, the gun reloads faster than it can aim. AT2 doesn't give a shit. So it still has penetration problem against the turret. Unless I hit it square on the flat side. Okay. This AT2 is wrecking house, but he's taking damage from the left. I think from the T-49.
This one, T-49. Gotta help him out by killing this T-49. Back here. Back here. My radio man's dead. He's firing HE. This is Martyr 38T. Hit him flush on. Oh, okay, KS. Alright, try to angle, even though he missed. He rushes shots. Don't rush your shots. Preemptive fire is a bad thing to have. Preemptive fire. You ejaculate way too easy. So as you can see, AT2 and us and a freaking Churchill 3 mocks up shit. Mocks up. The armor on the AT2 is amazing, and I was using him as a bait. He was the defensive meat shield. Now was the secondary fire. So let's find this artillery and we'll call it a day. But this tank is very, very bully. It is like the Churchill 1. It is a bully. But it is not as a bully as an AT2 though. AT2 has a fucking amazing armor. But it does get a turret, so, and you reload. I think you reload faster on this tank than on the Churchill 1. What the hell is that artillery? There he is. Is he gonna derp this Su-85B? Can we shoot through the... Yes! Yeah! Nice. So it reloads pretty fast for this gun. We could have got a freaking Top Gun if we killed that Churchill 3 as well, but accuracy. You can aim faster, or you can shoot faster than you can aim, so that's what sucks about this tank. But you dump out a lot of shots. You dump shots out like peanuts. You throw a lot of shots out. So it's pretty easy against, it's very easy to get high caliber since you're just pub stomping people with this tank, which is very nice. But I recommend you just get this tank from on track to whatever Russian heavy tank line, because this tank is, or if this tank is on sale. So get this tank when it's on sale or when it's on track to like the IS-7 or the IS-4. So get it while those events are going on, or buy it for like 750 gold. But against other tier 5 heavy tank, this tank has a little bit weak problem. Unless you have some friends covering you. So, we're gonna see. But this tank is very, very huge. I was about to ram people with it, but it's not as fast as you might think. Boy, tonight in the night, the Russians, the fuck. Oh god. But I like it. I like it. It's a nice free tank. Well, not free, but since I already have the IS-3 and the IS and the KV-1S, I was just like, might as well play them for this tank. And it's not a bad tank. Nice addition to my collection. But if you want to get it, I just recommend you do the on-track events. Those would be plenty. This Panzer 1C is brave. He took a hit and they know where you are, so he cannot move out of that position easily because he'll get spotted and there's a KV-1 headed towards him. Wonderful. Yeah. Have fun, boy. Prepare the... Well, okay, his butthole got blood. M4. Okay, a stock turret? You haven't get spotted yet. Okay, a BDR. Ah, damn. So yeah, there's one Wasepi, whatever you pronounce it. He's in play. So artillery is a still dangerous source. Okay, he's a stock Sherman. Nice hit on the move. Shipped him a bit. And we'll wreck him. Oh, preempted fire. I was talking about it earlier. Okay, there's still a Wasepi in play. Okay, there's a lot of stuff in here. I try to cover myself from artillery as well as there's a flanking KV-1, but he's taking a punishment. He's gonna poke out? No. Guess not. Now let's try to side scrape. Well, try not to destroy buildings while we're doing it. Shoot the middle of the T-14. Oh, damn it. Side scraping. Tracked him. Took a shot into his lower glacis. He backs off. The artillery just died? Jeez. Why is artillery playing like a tank destroyer? Guess, okay. Okay, KV-1 is the one of the very dangerous enemies for this tank because KV-1 has a lot of armor and can't easily penetrate you, whereas you will have a hard time penetrating him because you have to aim at his weak spots. But that's no problem. This is a wrap. This tank is very, very bully if it's top tier. I wish I could get a tier 6 mesh just to show how poorly it handles in a tier 6 mesh, but another team of suck ass here on World of Tanks. Ah, don't worry, I've been here before, my friend. I've been there before. Okay, converter. Covered tier, whatever. Converter. It's a Corvette converter. Ah, damn it, he's dead. Artillery got him. Or M4 got him. Derped. And there's a Martyr 2 somewhere hiding in the bushes. Let's see. We have 6th sense. And if he spots us, we'll know where he is. Somewhere. He's somewhere hiding. Well, this has been a wipe. That was easy. We didn't do that much damage, so I will get a nice amount of credits with it. This tank, it's an infantry fighting vehicle, so this thing goes along with the infantry. And infantry will mop up the other infantry, and you kill bunkers and light vehicles like half tracks or I don't know, Panzer IIs or Panzer IIIs. But this thing is not meant for engaging heavy tanks or other tanks such as the Panzer IV-H or Tigers or Panthers. So yeah, it's not bad. It did okay. That was laggy though. We have a team killer? Okay. Let's watch something like that. And I'm gonna ignore this because I don't like. I don't know if it's if you add people to your ignore list, they get put on the opposites of your matchups. If they do, it's amazing. If they don't, it's just, oh well. But it's a better mark for me to not depend on people, just to be sure. All right. So against another tier 5 game. 2 artilleries, a bunch of KV-1s, and a T1 heavy. So that's going to be difficult. That is going to be real difficult. Alright. Let's see how well I do. I'm probably going to suck on this one. Since I've been doing so well, I'm probably going to suck on this one. We have our own KV-1 and a T1 heavy. And we have 2 artilleries with us as well. We have a tier 4 artillery instead of tier 3. Alright. So this tank is not as fast as you want it to be, but it's not as slow as you think it will be. So I guess it's a trade-off. Now remember, this tank has no turret armor, so artillery hits onto your turret hurts like crazy. And the tracks are actually covered, not exposed like it is on the Mark 1 Churchills. So that's a very big plus. So detracking this tank will take more effort than detracking the Mark 1 Churchills. But let's see what this Panzer IV-D can spot for us or take hits for us before we move. Okay, one. Did we get spotted? Yes, we did. Hit. Fires by SU-15, SU-80 or SU-85. There's an M4 behind us. Try to angle my tank. This M4 has a deal with the T1 heavy. Alright. Ooh, he took a big hit. Auto aim! Wins. Everyone. He has a derp gun. I'll try to bait him out towards my team. Oh, my team is actually doing pretty fine. Side scraping is the best option. Oh, lags, please. Oh, wait, he hit me right in the turret. That hurts. That's derp gun too. Get out of here. No, we are capping, so, but none of our team is coming back to help artillery. He missed. Oh, space armor. What the frick? Let's see if we can poke him out and let the KV-1 clean up. Side scrape. Keep distance between us and him and kill him. KV-1's distracted on this tank destroyer, whatever it is. What? Oh no, you capped! Ah! I wasn't paying attention, I was busy bloodlusting and trying to kill people with it. Bloodlust. Okay, one more and we call it a day. I was bloodlusting. Hold on, let me look at the results. Alright, let's see how much money this tank made. So basically on the one round with the AT2 we made 34,000, which is nice. So that's pretty good. Close that, we did pretty good on that one. With the one on the Live Oaks we did 20,000. We didn't do that good, but 20,000 is still pretty nice. And 22,000 on the last one, so it's not a bad tank. It does make some amount of credits, but get this thing when it's half off at 50% off, and you can buy for 750 gold, or get it from events. But normally I would not recommend you buy this tank for 10 bucks unless you really like the British tank and I play a game with S-100 or whatever. So normally just it's okay if you want to get it, but I don't recommend you getting it because the armor is just poop. So if you get caught out by yourself with this thing, you tend to die pretty fast. But other than that, this tank is pretty okay. It's much better than the Churchill one, much better because of this gun and the speed and the better frontal lower plate armor. But other than that, it does make a lot of money too. So repairing this thing is not as a burden as repairing the Churchill one. So yeah, this is a pretty fun tank. It's nice. It's nice. I don't know what to call it, but it's way better than the freaking Churchill Mk.III. Hello. Somebody banged the door outside. Oh, yeah. Scary. But I'm probably going to do the SU100M1. This thing is I still try to upgrade it, and this thing takes a long ass time. But other than that, the Churchill Mk.III, not bad. Free tank, not bad. If only I can get to use a 3-inch howitzer on the hull, as in the Mk.I. Like if you could use that on the Mk.I, that would be amazing. But nah, it's not. So this is an infantry tank. It goes along with the infantry. It doesn't do that much afterwards. So yeah. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Churchill Mk.I, pretty okay. Okay, decent. Okay-ish. Very decent. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video and rate, subscribe. Kicking me in the nuts because I suck at this game. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.